Hey everyone, so we're back with our last video. This one's going to talk about pre-workouts and some amino acid supplements. So let's get going. The first thing you want to know is like a lot of people are like, what is a pre-workout? And basically it's a multi-ingredient supplement that has claims to be able to boost your performance and help power you through the most challenging of workouts. It's typically a powder mixed in water that you drink. All right. The ingredients on pre-workout supplement labels are often listed using proprietary blends, which we know that that is kind of a red flag for dietary supplements, not a good thing. And the reason is that's because the manufacturer may list them as a proprietary blend is that they don't have to disclose the amount of active ingredients. And so this is a problem, all right? If the formula is weak, that means there's too little of the ingredients within that supplement to be effective. Or on the other hand, if the formula is too strong, okay, it may result in very negative side effects like the tingle, the burn, the rapid heart rate, the anxiety, high blood pressure. These are all negative side effects of taking in too many stimulants that can be found in a pre-workout. So I do like to let people know that. I think though a lot of people like using the pre-workouts because they find it exciting. They like the rush from the caffeine. They tell me they like the tingle, they like the burn, they get excited by it. And I think it kind of has also a little bit of a placebo effect in that way, in that it makes you work harder. Okay. So what do we find in pre-workouts? So a large variety of different stimulants are in there, primarily caffeine and caffeine in different forms like guarana, for example, yohimbe, green tea extract. Those are all words for caffeine. And a lot of times in a pre-workout, you'll see caffeine, guarana, yohimbe, and green tea all listed on like a natural energy blend proprietary formula. All right. You might also find banned substances like DMAA and synephrine, which are stimulants in pre-workouts as well. Typically, you're going to find the amino acid arginine in a pre-workout. In theory, arginine in the form of alpha ketoglutarate, arginine alpha ketoglutarate helps to increase the production of nitric oxide, which we learned about when we talked about beets, helps to vasodilate your blood vessels, having greater delivery of oxygenated blood to your muscles. However, there's not a lot of real conclusive scientific evidence that the amount of arginine that they put in these supplements is going to be effective, right? And we already learned what creatine and beta-alanine do. And what I find often with these pre-workouts, as I mentioned in the other videos, they have very tiny amounts of creatine and beta-alanine added to them. So if you are buying a pre-workout, you want to make sure like how much creatine is in there. Am I getting, at least 5 grams or 5,000 milligrams of creatine in this pre-workout? Am I getting at least 3,000 milligrams of beta-alanine in this pre-workout? Okay. And then you might find a variety of other non-essential compounds, herbals, that claim to be energy boosters that have pretty much no or very weak scientific evidence to support that they are safe and effective. So for me, pre-workouts are really buyer beware. You can, if you are going to take one, look for one that is NSF certified or Informed Sport certified. It doesn't mean that it's safe or if it's going to be effective, but at least you will know the amounts of the ingredients that you're taking with these pre-workouts. And most of all, you should know pre-workouts are not a substitute for fueling with food, especially breakfast. All right, let's talk a little bit about the BCAAs. These are branched chain amino acids. That branch chain just is really referring to the structure of the amino acids. Leucine, isoleucine, and valine are the names of the BCAAs that are important for learning about in sports nutrition. I'm going to talk about endurance athletes first. Do you guys remember when we did the taste tests and all the different goos and gels? And one of the things we looked at was, did the goo or gel have the added ingredient of branched chain amino acids? And so they are added to these and protein waters as well. During exercise, especially endurance exercise, you get mental fatigue in the brain. and that does have a negative effect on your physical performance. And so the theory that they look at with research is, does consuming branch chain amino acids right before exercise or during exercise make you more mentally alert? They've actually looked at cyclists, and they have, in some studies, seen positive effects. And they've looked at it in marathons, and in some studies, seen positive effects. However, there's other studies that show no effect. All right, so the research results are mixed on that. All right. Now, in terms of strength athletes, branched chain amino acids, we know particularly leucine is really important for stimulating muscle protein synthesis. All right, and so that's one of the main reasons why strength trained athletes or people who go and work out in fitness centers and gyms are interested in taking it. What's really important to know, though, is that food, high protein foods, have a really good amount of branched chain amino acids, actually abundantly so, that it's really not necessary to take these in pill form. To me, that's a huge waste of money. It would just be much better to go with something like whey protein or eat whole foods. And then glutamine, all right? I get asked a lot about glutamine. There's a lot of interest in it. Glutamine is the most abundant amino acid in skeletal muscle. Glutamine has been the subject of a lot of research. Maybe, and I say maybe with emphasis, help with muscle tissue repair, reducing muscle tissue breakdown, looking at it in terms of your immune function and helping people to recover from injuries or surgeries, and then after heavy exercise. So some positive results with the research, and then other research shows really no benefit. So again, the evidence is mixed on it. At this point in time, I don't know that I typically recommend glutamine supplements, again, because it's so easy to get from food, and whey protein is an awesome source of glutamine as well. Okay. Then our last slide in this section, not going to spend a lot of time with it because we really focused on this with the chapter on protein, but just to kind of tie it all together, just to remember protein, whey protein is found in milk. It's very high quality, complete, meaning it gives you all the amino acids that you need in amounts to promote muscle building. It's a wonderful source of leucine and a wonderful source of glutamine as well. Right, so that ends our chapter 11. You guys are now ready to take the chapter 11 video quiz. Good luck.